On today's episode, we're going to talk about the 2026 lineup for the new Magic the Gathering sets, and so much more on today's episode of
The CM Pop Show. Good?
Good.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the CM Pop Show. I'm one of your hosts, Malik.
This is Clint.
And today is going to be a pretty loose episode because, there's not a lot to talk about except for Magic the Gathering. But we'll see. We'll just see what the conversation takes us today.
It's going to be a loose episode relative to our others, and if you're thinking, well, I watched the first 8, thank you for being the one person to watch. And we'll see how it goes. A lot of interesting stuff going on in 2026 for Magic the Gathering. I also just beat a video game. Maybe we can rant on a little later. So we'll see where the day takes us, Malik.
Mm-hmm. Well, what's going on in your life?
What's going on in my life?
It's just a bad segue into a story that I've got, really.
You know what, Malik? I always tend to feel like your life's more interesting. What's going on in your life?
Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but I'm a regular gym goer.
You are.
So I go to the gym every morning, and every time when you go to the gym at the same time every day, with the same place, same time, you see the same faces over and over again, and eventually that you see the same faces, and you start to develop a rapport, kind of a silent rapport with these people.
Sure.
And a lot of times that will start with a lot of times that rapport will build up, and it'll evolve from just noticing each other to just a simple head nod.
Yeah.
To a simple a wave.
Yeah.
To a good morning.
Oh. And then we're talking.
Then a fist bump.
Yeah.
And when you get to that fist bump, that physical contact, that's when you know there's something there.
Yeah.
Anyways, at my gym, there's this guy who's like stupidly handsome, like model handsome, and I see him every morning almost. And that happened eventually. We recognized each other, and it evolved into fist bump, head nod, all that stuff we just talked about a second ago.
Right. So you've evolved to fist bump.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we're down to small talk.
Oh, that's a big step.
Mm-hmm. So we're both in the locker room, partially clothed, and both finished our workout at the same time, which doesn't usually happen. And I ask him, so what do you do after this? You going to work or what? And I find out he's a professional male ballet dancer.
A ballet dancer?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I thought you were going to say a male model.
So he's from the Ukraine, and he's been here for about 20 years. He immigrated here long before the war broke out.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But he works at the Texas Ballet Theater.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So he's like, yeah, we're doing Peter Pan this weekend. You should come check it out. So the wife and I, we haven't had a date night in a while.
Yeah.
And so we decided, hey, you know what? Let's make it a date night. And, tonight we're going to go see Peter Pan.
Dude.
At the ballet.
You're going to see the guy you always see partially clothed in the locker room with fist bump, doing twirls and stuff.
This way, when I see him in person, I can be like, hey, man, you did great.
Right? That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a life that must be. To be a ballet dancer.
Yeah.
A male ballet dancer.
And I asked him, made small talk about that. But he's nearing the end of his career.
He's on the back 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not that much older than I am.
Okay.
But I imagine ballet is pretty hard on the body. So I asked him what he's going to do after performing. And he's thinking about opening his own physical fitness company. Or, personal training company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a personal training company. I said, well, why not teach ballet?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of hard to get started with that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
More niche?
Yeah.
A lot of competition?
Yeah. He didn't really go into detail about why it's difficult, and I didn't want to press him too hard on that. But, he's a pretty young guy.
Needs to be a personal trainer. That's a pretty good segue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good transition.
I thought you were going to say he was going to open a gym. I was like, hey, he's going to be the old Alex Hormozy way, huh?
He should. I mean, if I were, I don't know, I would try something like that.
Opening a gym?
Mm-hmm.
You should.
Yeah, I've always wanted to open my own martial art gym.
I'm sure you are knowledgeable enough in the economics of gyms.
I don't know anything about the economics of gyms. I know what I want to see in a gym, but actually running one as a business.
Yeah.
How they can't be that. They gotta be pretty profitable, right? Because you're not actually producing a product. You're just creating a space.
The gym I go to must be really profitable because they don't repair any of their equipment. So they just buy it once and then they just let it ride.
Yeah.
And they've locked you in for 12 months.
Out of curiosity, the other day I was looking at reviews of my gym. I want to see what people were saying, and somebody posted just picture after picture of down equipment. It's usually not that bad, but when you see them one after another, it looks pretty bad.
Yeah. My gym does not have good reviews. I looked, and it was like 2.5 or 3 stars. And I was like, well, it's cheap. That's the reason it's that way.
Yeah, you get what you pay for.
Get what you pay for. Yeah, I got a Globo gym near me, and I'm glad I didn't do that because I've regressed on going to the gym a whole lot. Yeah, I'm more of I'm going on like nature hikes now more.
Oh, good.
So I'm like, let's get some fresh air. Don't be cooped up in that gym with all the roaches and stuff.
Yeah, nature hikes feel like a more practical evolution of why we go to the gym. Because really, when you think about it, you're not in real life. You're not really going to find perfectly symmetrical bars of weight distributed that you can lift.
Right. Yeah. You're saying it's not very practical? Wait, I should stop doing this? This is not a practical movement?
Well, if we're lifting a child, maybe.
Yeah, that's about it. Well, yeah.
No, I kid. Actually, weightlifting is one of the most practical things in the world.
Right.
But
it's interesting. All right. I might have a segue. So I've been going on these hikes because I got a nature park like 5 minutes from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, like, if I just had all the free time in the world, what would I do? And one thing was like, I'd go on hikes. And I'm like, well, there's no excuse. I have a nature park 5 minutes from me.
Mm-hmm.
On my lunch break, I could just drive, walk for 30 minutes, drive back home. That's 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then go about my day. So I've been doing that. And it's an interesting group that you see go to the nature park during lunch on a weekday.
What kind of group?
So anywhere from, you got the families, right? So the kids are too young, probably the mom's staying home. You got some of the families there. And this is a nature park. It's not like they don't have the swings and the playground, jungle gym and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing their thing. They might be having a picnic. And then you have like the retired folks who they're just walking to get their exercise. So I always see this one couple, and the guy is always like dressed. He's not in a suit, but he's wearing a tie, and he works in an office with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no clue who they are, but I've developed in my mind this story around them that like maybe they're secretly together, and the only place they can meet is at the nature park for their lunch break, because they're always eating lunch and smiling at each other and stuff.
Oh.
And I'm like, what is this? And then you might see some folks with like tattoos, and they just look like, are y'all doing anything shady? Or are you just here for the fresh air? And I can't tell. And then you got folks who it's just their lunch break like me.
Yeah.
And they're like, they got their Orkin polo, and they're just getting some fresh air, and then they go back. And interesting. And then some people just park,
Mm-hmm.
and they just sit in their car for when I'm leaving, when I'm going on the hike, they're sitting in their car. When I come back, they're still sitting in their car. I'm like, what'd you do in your car for 35 minutes?
Yeah, I used to, during my lunch break, I would drive to a little trail not too far from my office, and I'd see a lot of people parked just in front of this trail.
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah. I don't know. I used to do that. I mean, I didn't used to do that, but there have been times where I've sat in my car for extended times, but in this environment with the sun baking on you, ugh.
Yeah. I If you're watching this and you take your car to a nature park and then you just sit there for 30 minutes, leave a comment.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Anyway,
when you describe those people who, other than the people who are probably on their lunch break, it makes me nostalgic for when I didn't have a 9-to-5 job and I could go to the park at strange hours of the day.
Well, and some people, the folks where I'm like, are you up to, what are you doing? They're not even wearing like workout clothes or any, like they're wearing the worst thing you'd want during the summer. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. It's but it's fun. And everybody's there. You know what? Everybody's smiling. Most people say hi. Nature park on the lunch break's a good time.
Yeah. Good for mental health, too.
Yeah. You get that D. Vitamin D.
All right. So what do we got to talk about today? I see here we've got everything announced for Magic the Gathering in 2026. Do you want to dive into that?
Let's dive into it, Malik, because I don't know how I feel about this. Now, I'm a latecomer to Magic. I didn't grow up playing it. I started playing it 3 or 4 years ago. And part of the interest was all the different kind of sets and what do they call them, like different planes. And it was just a fun little, like, world. And you'd have your kind of one-off, what they call Universes Beyond, where you'd have all the like crossover stuff. Like, hey, maybe they'll make a Walking Dead secret lair or something. So there would be a couple Walking Dead cards. Or maybe Godzilla. I remember Godzilla being the one when I first got into it. There's Godzilla in the set, and then there's the Transformers. Transformers is where they almost felt like they jumped the shark. They have fully jumped the shark in 2026 to where most of the sets are now this Universes Beyond, and there's only like 2, maybe 3 actual Magic sets.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is there a lore guide for Magic the Gathering out there?
There's got to be. I bet there is. If you wiki it, because they made books, they had magazines. They're talking about making they're on and off again. There's the TV show rumors. There's the movie rumors. There's a place to start. But we're not in Kansas anymore. And I would definitely not be shocked there's a Wizard of Oz secret lair coming.
Where to start with Magic's story? The Magic story has been told in many ways across the game's 30 years. This quick guide helps you start with what interests you. Okay, so let's just skip the part where Spider-Man and Sonic the Hedgehog join.
I don't know if you're going to find it there. Look, they even have the D&D supplements. But, like, we're so far gone. Because, yeah, there's a little D&D. A few years ago, there's a Baldur's Gate and D&D set. But now we're full tilt boogie into Spider-Man. So what do we got? What do we got coming up? Lorwyn Eclipsed.
What's a Lauren?
So that is like one of the worlds.
Okay.
And so this is actually a Magic set. Now typically at the beginning of every year they release like a remastered set.
Okay.
So like this year it was it Innistrad remastered. 2 years ago it was like Dominaria remastered. And really what it is, they just kind of reprint a lot of like popular older cards or sets or anything like that. It really, if you buy a box of these remastered sets, it's a great kind of way to start the game. Like if you're just starting out, you get a lot of like really good bulk that kind of sets you up pretty well. But Lorwyn I'm less knowledgeable about, and then when I see like, and I think Strixhaven's like around Magic, like Magic, not Magic the Gathering. Nothing really interests me that much about Lorwyn Eclipsed. Like, I like dark elves or monsters, stuff like that. I'm less into vampires. Like, that's my scene. I'm not into like this goofy magical sorcerer stuff.
I'm barely staying awake listening to you talk about it.
So next, what do we have? We got an upcoming Universes Beyond set at some point right after that. But they don't know what it's going to be. So it is going to be a Universes Beyond set. We just don't know what universe we're going beyond 2, which is interesting.
Wait, is Universes Beyond when they start doing with the third party?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything Universes Beyond is outside of Magic.
Okay.
And then you got Secrets of Strixhaven.
Okay.
And then again, this is like
That sounds very magic-y.
the school of the multiverse. And look at that. She looks like Doctor Strange. Like, I don't really care about all
You're telling me that's not Magic the Gathering adjacent?
That's Magic the Gathering.
Oh, okay.
It is Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, of all the different worlds you could explore in Magic,
Yeah.
I'm less interested in this one.
Got you. Okay.
That releases in April.
Why aren't you interested in that? Look at that. That looks cool.
I like dark stuff, dude. I don't want... a multi,
There's a lot of darkness in those eyes.
You think so? She looks like Jean Grey. She looks like Phoenix.
Oh, Phoenix. That's a good segue into the next...
Speaking of Phoenix... So then you have the Marvel superheroes. Could this look more generic?
Now, this looks right up my alley.
Yeah. You like superheroes.
I like generic.
You like Marvel. You're a generic Marvel fan. Now,
I have thick rimmed glasses.
Now, I don't know what this is going to all... I don't think anybody knows what it's going to entail. There was a secret layer that came out earlier this year, that had like Wolverine and Iron Man and Storm. And so is this going to be X-Men? Is it going to be Fantastic Four? Is it going to be the Avengers? Is it going to be all the above? Probably. I don't know. I don't know what the details are. But listen, there's already a really fun Marvel game out there, living card game called Marvel
Lorcana.
Champions.
Oh,
Lorcana?
good. Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, Malik. Who plays Lorcana?
I can't even get... So, my wife likes games. She likes Ravensburger. Is that the company that makes...
Yeah.
Yeah, she likes the puzzles they make. She likes Disney. I cannot get her interested in Lorcana at all. Every time we go to the store, I say, "Hey, look at that! Wouldn't that be fun to play?" It's Stitch. It's your favorite character.
Yeah.
It's Belle.
And she's like, no.
She rolls her eyes and we move on.
Listen, she took to, when we played the Clue Magic the Gathering, she took to it pretty quick. Magic.
Yeah, if you force something on her,
Yeah.
she'll adapt.
So when you come home with the Lorcana booster box, you force it on.
I came home with the Pokemon trading card game Academy box and got her into it, forced it on her, and then I got bored of it and she wanted to play and I didn't. So that's where we're at.
You're like, you will not force things upon me. You will not force my likes upon me.
Okay, so I'm sorry. What was that card game you said that I cut you off at?
Oh, Marvel Champions.
That's right.
So that's Fantasy Flight Games, the folks who do the Star Wars Unlimited.
Okay.
And that's a really fun PvE card game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. And if something like that exists, and in the future, Lorcana, what's the point of this, dude?
Yeah.
Well, the point is to make a bunch of money.
Money.
But, I don't know. I got the superhero fatigue, and I don't even care about watching the movies. Why would I spend, as the guy that bought the Spider-Man booster box, why would I spend money on Marvel superheroes?
Spider-Man's built different.
Yeah, Spider-Man is different.
Yeah. I used to get excited about MCU films coming out, but the last few have gone under my radar.
Yeah.
And Disney is really just spreading themselves thin with this Marvel saturation, superhero saturation.
It's an everything saturation. Star Wars. I care less about Star Wars now. Oh, Disney. You need to do better.
Is it us? Are we getting old, or is it Disney?
Yeah.
That's what I ask myself every day.
Yeah, it could be us. We could be wanting more mature films. Anyway, Marvel superheroes. You got any other thoughts?
No.
Then we're going to go into The Hobbit. So what is like the most successful Universes Beyond set that Magic had? Lord of the Rings. Everybody loved Lord of the Rings. Post Malone paid like $1 or $2 million for the one ring that they only made one of one. I'll be honest, I loved the Lord of the Rings cards because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I still got a deck. I got a few decks for the Lord of the Rings set. And so what?
Even though they had black Legolas.
It was Aragorn.
Oh.
Yeah. Who cares, dude?
Yeah. Idiots.
Like, they didn't say we're doing the Viggo Mortensen Aragorn, and then it's like, oh, well, then it should be like the books. I'm like, why do you?
Only white people can live in this fictional universe.
Right? Who cares, dude? Touch grass.
So the Hobbit.
So you got the Hobbit. Now, I didn't watch any of the Hobbit movies because The Hobbit is a wonderful, like, 300 to 400 page book that I read in middle school. It does not need to be a trilogy.
You didn't want to see it stretched out into 9 hours of film?
No. And then but they're like, but they put the Silmarillion storylines and blah 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 blah. I don't care. I just want to see the Hobbit. Give me one movie, and then now you're gonna make a whole magic set about the Hobbit. Bilbo is in the Lord of the Rings set. Oh, this will be young Bilbo and young Gollum. I still don't care.
Mm-hmm. Even I've watched the first and the third Hobbit movie. Fell asleep to both.
On the third, where you fell asleep in the third because you're like, what's happening? I missed the second.
I think the third one had some pretty cool action pieces, but I enjoyed even though I fell asleep during parts of it, I enjoyed it more than the people I went with who were fans of
the Hobbit.
The Hobbit. I'm not a Middle Earth or high fantasy fan, so I try to get into this stuff, and I always never really sticks with me.
Yeah, I mean, I can see if the Hobbit was a standalone small set, I could be into it. But this is, I believe, a standard set. And I'm not that interested.
Mm-hmm.
I'm as interested in this as I was the movies.
So what are they going to do anything like the One Ring, you think?
That's a good question. Are they going to have another One Ring?
Yeah.
Maybe.
A second ring?
And will the One Ring be the same One Ring from Lord of the Rings set, and then plummet the price even further? Because the One Ring's banned right now, I think, in some play. I can't remember which. Not standard. It's the other one. Mm-hmm. It's banned because it was so powerful. So maybe there's going to be another One Ring with a different ability, and then you can play with it again. I don't know. Who knows?
Marvel has 10 rings. Did you know that?
10 rings of what?
Just 10 rings.
10 rings of Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's how I'm feeling about the Hobbit, and we'll see how it. Reality fracture. I don't know what this means. So I hope this is a magic thing, but I don't know what it means. So I guess more to come. So like when I kind of start with saying it'll be 2, maybe 3 actual magic sets, this is the maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no clue what they got in store here.
Yeah. You think the mic's picking up that cat?
I don't know. Hey, folks, can y'all hear the cat?
Yeah, there's a cat trying to get into the studio.
Breaking in.
Yeah, a lot of details on the reality fracture thing.
Very vague.
The multiverse meets its match. Cool.
But then we go to next November. Malik, how do you feel about Star Trek?
Star Trek is cool. You know, I've seen the original series. Maybe not all the way through, but I've caught a good amount of episodes, and I wasn't really into science fiction, but I liked it.
Yeah. I've never watched the original series, but growing up, I have fond memories of, like, my dad was a big Trekkie head.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I have fond memories of Next Generation. And then a little bit of Deep Space Nine, but once you get into that and, like, Voyager, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah.
But the J.J. Abrams movies I enjoyed.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one, the only one I've seen.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're all 2 or 3? I think there's 3.
3 of them.
They're all 3 pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Even which one has Sabotage, the Beastie Boys song? And people are like, why Sabotage in this?
I want to say the first one.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's music that has stood the test of time.
So.
And space.
They're going to have time and space. So they're going to have a Star Trek Magic the Gathering set. Now, This is the one that I can kind of get turned up about
Yeah.
because I think this is actually interesting and would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Because Star Trek is about. There's two cats fighting out there. Star Trek's all about them visiting different worlds, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, it seems fitting that you have these outsiders from a totally different dimension just popping in, but Star Trek isn't about fighting. It's not about conquering or imperialism. It's against those things. So I wonder how they're going to fit that into a combat game with Magic.
Yeah. They do. And so I think what's interesting is what I think they tested with the Edge of Eternity set that came out earlier this year is like they have spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Star Trek, you're going to have the Enterprise. You're going to have, the different ships. You can be different. You can probably be a Ferengi and the Borgs and then, whatever the main group. This escapes me now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fairly excited about this, and I would buy into this.
Yeah.
Of all the universes beyond, I think the Star Trek is probably the most interesting. And again, to your point, makes the most sense as far as visiting the Magic, lore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm in.
Sweet. And not a lot of details on this one either. But November 2026, that's coming. No, that's a while.
Yeah.
It's a while from now.
Yeah. It is over a year away.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. So those are all the standard sets is what I understand. Now, I sent you a link for the secret layers. And this is where things get a little more spicy, I feel. Oh, wait, that's only that? How many secret layers are there? Okay. There is going to be a PlayStation secret layer drop. Let me, while I'm going to hand it to you real quick, let me find the link for the other secret layers.
So, what would that even entail? Like, would creatures be PlayStation consoles?
By the way, I don't want to say the lamest ones, but it's like it's only of games that were relevant maybe in the last decade. And that's where I'm like, you can't give if you're going to do a PlayStation collab, you can't give us a Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot, Parappa the Rapper.
That's Spyro. Ratchet and Clank.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give us Ellie and Joel from The Last of Us, which, fine. It's a great game.
Yeah.
I loved Last of Us. Let me see if I can find the other.
I feel like we do hear so much about these characters. As far as mascots go, they just don't give me that mascot. They're not mascots,
Yeah.
Like they're not Mario. They're not Sonic.
Yeah.
Even Master Chief.
Right. If they did an Xbox, like Master Chief would be the slam dunk. So then they got Last of Us Part 2. Okay. I only played half of that game. It is not good enough to just have its own secret layer. That's crazy to me.
God of War. Okay.
God of War. So I can get into. I've never played a God of War game, by the way.
Oh, really?
Are they good?
I've played the 2018 reboot, and yeah, it's good. It's a very linear action game, and it wasn't really my thing, but I could see why people really like it.
The one that's available right now is like, was it with his like teenage son or something?
Yeah, so there's God of War where he has a son, and then Ragnarok, I think his son's a little older.
Yeah, Ragnarok is the one that is on the PS Store right now.
Yeah.
That I was thinking about jumping into, but I probably won't.
Well, the 2018 one was on PS Plus, so you could. I don't know if it's still available, but it was. You could, if you have a PS Plus Premium, whatever, you could play that one for free, or as part of your subscription.
Got it. Okay. To God of War. Okay.
That seems very fitting
Yeah.
for the Magic universe.
That's fitting.
More God of War. Okay.
Yeah. And is that the one with the son, impulsive son, or whatever?
Atreus.
Boy. All right, I can't find where somebody.
Uncharted.
Okay, here's the thing. Uncharted 2, probably my favorite game of all time. I love Uncharted. It doesn't need to be in the Magic universe.
Nah.
There's nothing about Nathan Drake other than, is there some sort of special treasure in the Magic lore that he would go find? But how does he even get there? Like, there's nothing. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, especially because Uncharted is pretty steeped in like realistic
Right.
story
And the 5 cards. You got the chick that was in the games. Where is Sully?
yeah,
How are you going to have Nathan Drake and not Sully?
yeah.
They should be co-commanders.
What the hell?
What the hell? Where'd he go? Okay, now this, I have no clue what this is.
Ooh, Horizon. So the first Horizon launched the same day or the same week as Breath of the Wild, and in 2017, completely overshadowed by Breath of the Wild. Horizon 2, or the sequel, came out the same week as Tears of the Kingdom. Once again, completely overshadowed. I tried to play. They did have the first Horizon on PS Plus a long time ago, and I tried to play it, but I couldn't get into it. But it's not a bad game. I say that about a lot of games, but it's after you play Breath of the Wild, and it's kind of go anywhere, break anything philosophy and gameplay. When you play a game like Horizon, where you're bound to very strict rules of the gameplay, it becomes it feels underwhelming, even though it looks very pretty and it plays very well. It just then you don't feel that sense of freedom that you would feel with the last 2 big Zelda games, and that's what it's inevitably going to be compared to because of its launch timing.
Interesting. Let me tell you something. After my recent game, I'm ready to be bound by gameplay. I need parameters.
You need an arcade game with multiple screens you can beat in a minute.
Yes, that's what I want. Interesting. Well, thanks for that, because I saw this and I thought, I don't know what the hell this is. Now here, listen. What does this got to do with this guy?
Ghost of Tsushima. So played this, loved it. Don't feel like it's a representation of Sony or PlayStation. Even though it is a PlayStation exclusive, it's a story that is heavily based on real Japanese historical events.
Right.
The Mongol invasion of Tsushima. Of course, the character and all that's fiction, but this just feels like any kind of generic samurai movie or universe in a card game.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a PlayStation property.
I mean, when did this game come out?
During the pandemic, so I think 2020.
5. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this has existed for 5 years.
Yeah.
That's long enough to be in a PlayStation secret layer set.
And Ghost of Yotai just dropped.
It just came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's the last one.
Oh, man, that's kind of a letdown.
You know, like, even if when I think PlayStation, I think Naughty Dog again. Maybe I'm just salty that Crash isn't in it because I think that'd be interesting. And he kind of portals to other places in the Crash games. If you're gonna have Sonic, it'd be cool to have Crash.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
So the only one I think that makes sense here is the God of War, and outside of that, that's kind of disappointing.
Yep. Oh, Sony does have a mascot. Oh, I forgot its name. Sony PlayStation mascot.
A mascot. Yeah, now it's Astro.
Oh, Astrobot.
Yeah.
Been a great choice.
Yeah. As just a fun, cutesy.
Toro Inoue. The Sony cat, a.k.a.
What in God's name is this?
So I believe this is a Japanese-only PlayStation 1 game. that sort of became Sony's unofficial mascot during that time.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what games he's in now or how often he's utilized, but you don't really see him a lot. But he was advertising. They had the PlayStation Pocket, the Pocket Station.
Mm-hmm.
They used him for advertising for that.
So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
That'd be good. That would have been a fun throwback.
Oh, I know.
Right? So I sent you another link. I found the other secret layers that came out that I got hot opinions about.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Cryptic Command. So this first one, it's an artist series. I'm like, man, it looks cool. Like nothing crazy, nothing triggering here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you scroll, I like that demonic tutor. I think that looks kind of cool. I think the art here looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one,
Oh, sick.
dun 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 dun. Jaws. Now, I mean, I guess as a secret layer, it's kind of a fun thing, but
Let's just get a Jaws trading card game.
that'd be fun.
Or a Steven Spielberg trading card game.
Wouldn't, hear me out, a Jaws trading card game, PvE, play versus environment, and like you're the beach people and you have to defeat Jaws.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be fun?
that
And
would
it's
be-
like a 4-player thing.
That would be hella fun.
Come on, y'all.
Or let's make it like a miniatures game.
That'd be even better.
Huh.
Yeah, then you can have
A little plastic shark.
Jaws coming at you.
Little plastic people.
You're like, who's gonna be Quint? Who's gonna be Hooper? Who's gonna be Sheriff? Brody? Our shark.
Who are the big big board game publishers? Call us.
Do it.
Free idea for you.
Free idea. We'll take a %,
Yeah.
but not a big one. So anyway, I mean, the art's pretty cool, but
That is the coolest Magic card I've ever seen.
you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, right? Dun, 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 dun,
And
dun.
yeah, the art on these is just really good.
But like, shouldn't there be something in here that's like, for Jaws to attack, you have to be in the water, or something, you know?
This shark
Yeah.
is landbound.
This is the DC villain, Killer Shark,
Or a street shark.
Street Shark. Oh, dude, that was a great cartoon for the '90s. Street Sharks. Anyway, Jaws was like, okay, that's interesting. What is this? What's this? What are we doing? The Hey King? Listen, you're more an Office P1 than I am, so
Dwight's Destiny. So we're going to make this Dwight themed.
Yep.
Okay. He would be the character that would play Magic in the show.
correct.
So it makes sense.
Yeah,
It would be much cooler if we had like, a Jim Halpert card or Michael Scott card.
yeah. Agree.
It's a cute idea. Definitely feels like a novelty though.
Definitely a novelty. Dwight the Lantern?
So these are all references in the show. So Hey King was they were having a fall festival. Like I don't remember the exact details, but I do remember the Hey King. He had a weapon stash in the office. He hid like nunchucks and things in the ceiling tiles.
Mm-hmm. That's actually just a Magic card. Swords to Plowshares.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I think all of these are existing cards.
That's the way it works with Secret Lair generally, right?
Yeah. To where it's just the art that is different.
Yeah.
Well, for the most part, like Jaws, I think there's not a legendary shark creature.
Oh.
Not that I see, but yeah.
Assistant to the king. Yeah, that's funny. Or Cyclops. That was a cold open for one episode. And Dwight the Lantern. I don't remember when he wore the lantern on his head, but I see that picture all the time on the internet.
Yeah. How many times have you watched The Office?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before they took it off, everything but Peacock. We used to watch it, I think, every year. Almost all the way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we used to just put it on. It was a comfy show. When it went to Peacock, we stopped watching it. because what are we on Peacock for? You know.
Yeah.
But we started watching the Superfan episodes, which are like the extended director's cut episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Really funny. So if you haven't watched in a while, if you are a fan, you haven't watched in a while, the Supercut episodes are kind of a great way to get back into it.
Interesting.
It puts a little more context into some scenes.
I remember watching. I watched it when it was on NBC until Steve Carell left. Then I dropped out, and then some point into college, I did a watch through, and I was like, oh, I forgot how good it was, and I haven't watched it since.
Yeah.
So
not a lot of reason to go back to it. There's so much TV out there.
right. I can't even make the time for the TV that's out there, so I can't make time for a rewatch.
Yeah.
Of The Office. So this Dreaming Darkly, I really don't know what this is, but
Never heard of this.
the art's kind of cool.
Yeah. Unique for sure.
The Guardian Project looks like a bunch of Star Wars aliens.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like Star Wars. Are we sure it's not? Ruin of the Hidden Realm. Looks like Rocksteady from Ninja Turtles.
Right.
What is this?
So this next one,
This is all you, buddy.
man. When I saw this, I immediately thought of my dad, because my dad's favorite band is Iron Maiden, and he plays Magic, and he was like, "Now this is cool."
So he's seen this already.
He's seen this. I shared this link with him. I'm like, "Yo, check out! They did an Iron Maiden collab."
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is fun. I do kind of wish I think there is an Eddie character as just a fun secret lair. I mean, he's just like this dead zombie dude. And then all the art here is the album art. So like Lethal Scheme is Killers. Animate Dead, I think, is the live album, Live After Death, something like that. Temporal is the whatever Wasted Years is on. I don't know if that's called that. So I mean, I love all the Eddie art and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've even thought about getting an Eddie tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think would be kind of dope. And then if you scroll down, this is I think where we get into Eddie. You could be a creature, and so he'll actually be a legendary creature. So he could be like your commander and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like, listen, does it make sense to be a Magic? Well, a lot of things don't make sense, but this one's at least cool, in my opinion. So I'm all about Maiden Magic collab.
Yeah.
So I'll be keeping an eye out for this one.
Pretty cool. Now, when are we going to get a Blur Magic collab?
Yeah. When will Damon Albarn
Actually,
be a commander?
Gorillas would fit pretty well.
Gorillas would. A gorilla secret lair?
Yeah.
I could see that.
So if that ever comes, I'm on top of Gorillas.
Yeah. You gonna have Noodles or what is his name?
It's
Is that it?
2D, Noodle, Russell, and Murdoch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Russell, not his muscles, did it? And then Trick or Treat. What is this? This looks like it looks like art I kind of recognize, but I don't know what it's from.
Yeah, I don't know what this is. Satoru Umezawa. Okay, I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean it looks cool. Okay. Oh, that was a character in the Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
Ah, okay.
But then what is this art for? Trick or Treat Secret Lair art. That Kamigawa is the Magic set I thought you'd resonate them. Did you buy?
I bought a commander deck.
But it was it from? I don't think it was from that set because you have a vehicle.
It was
right?
Yeah, it was Kamigawa adjacent.
Was it? Because Kamigawa was like their ninjas and martial arts stuff.
Yeah, Neon Dynasty.
Neon Dynasty. Yeah. Was that? Yeah. Kamigawa Neon Dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was from.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Oh yeah, then you did.
Yeah, it was cool. I was into the whole mech thing.
I cannot find. Maybe this is cool art. I don't know. Okay.
Trick or Treat.
The next one. I don't even know how to comment on this. It just seems silly.
The 90s are back, baby.
90s are back. Yeah, Furby.
These little bastards were all over the place back then.
All over the place.
You remember the little McDonald's toys?
No.
The Furby's McDonald's toys.
Were they like robotic? Like blinked and stuff, right?
The real ones were.
Yeah.
The McDonald's ones were little, just all plastic. Their mouth might have moved. But the original one, the actual Furby, was like a plush with a mechanical beak and eyes.
Right.
And the ears did a little thing too.
They like moved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's crazy. Look at those dead eyes.
Like a doll's eyes.
These were the Lububus of 25 years ago.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is.
Where do I go to get it?
So they got Furby stuff, and then there's Furby the Gathering. Oh, there's three of these freaking Furby things. Goodness.
I'm gonna find a Furby commercial.
Yeah, she's like, what's that? What is it?
Look at that creepy little bastard.
Dude, look at that. It looks like a gremlin.
yeah. I think it must have been, capitalizing on that. It does look like a gremlin. Looks like a little, oh, shoot, what's his name? The gremlin.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Gizmo.
Gizmo, yeah.
Yeah.
Gizmo.
Looks like a little gizmo. Gizmo.
Gizmo.
See, that's the gizmo I think of now. Get animal. What in the world? Is that DJ Pikachu?
Yeah, I just auto-played in my next video for some reason.
For some reason. So the rest of these are all Furby.
Interesting. I don't know anything about the Furby universe.
Neither do I. Other than Hasbro probably owns it, and they thought, well, we got to do another Secret Lair. What do we own? Hey, we own Furby. All right, we'll just do that.
That'd be cool if they brought the actual toy back. When I was a kid, I wasn't into them because it felt like a girl's toy.
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah. When I look at it now, I don't think it was meant for anybody.
Right. Just suckers.
Yeah, suckers.
So that's pretty much it, man. So
Furby the Gathering.
Yeah, you got Furby the Gathering. You got Furby the Odd Bodies. Actually, those look creepy.
It's kind of funny. That miscast card, his little face.
Yeah.
Kind of makes me laugh.
So Malik is sold on Furby the Gathering.
Tormenting voice.
Yeah.
It seems like a proper utilization of these characters. Just don't tell dream. This is not. I just want to see a movie like we did with Trolls.
No.
The Odd Body. They're really going in on this Furby thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's like 3, dude.
The Odd Bodies. What the hell?
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that crazy? The Hullbreaker Horror, Umbra's Fear Manifest. I mean, that's what nightmares are made of. Those dead eyes with those spiky teeth.
This is what I picture on my sleep.
That's all she wrote. So all in all, I guess if you're a Hasbro stockholder, you might be happy about it.
Yeah, you're eating good.
But if you're somebody who likes to play the game, well, hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
That's the summary of Magic the Gathering 2026.
All right. Next, we wanted to talk about the Hobonichi Top 10, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So let me pull up the. Actually, let me find that text message you sent already.
I don't think I sent it.
Yeah, you sent this to the other group, remember?
Oh, I did. You're right.
All right. So as you all know, our other thing on the show is stationaries and planners and pens. Both of us are quite fond of the Hobonichi Techo, the Japanese planner from Hobonichi. Do you know what Techo means?
No.
Techo is just planner.
Planner?
Yeah.
Techo?
Just a generic word for planner.
That's a more fun way to say planner.
Mm-hmm. And Hobonichi is a company founded by names are
She
the guy who made Earthbound, the Mother video game series. What is it? Shigesato Itoi.
There you go. I didn't want to say it because I was like, I don't want to butcher this name. But I see his name almost every day because he's got a quote in the Techo.
Mm-hmm.
He dominates the quote.
So every page of the Techo has a quote from somebody adjacent to. Oh, did our video freeze?
More than 50 frames per second? Or 60?
CPU is fine. There's no encoding issues.
Oh, wait, I'm moving.
Oh, yeah, we're moving there. Okay.
Interesting.
All right, give me a second while I work out this technical issue.
We're having technical difficulties, but it's fine. Don't panic. I'm not panicking. Are you panicking?
I'm not panicking. Are you panicking?
Does a duck go in water? What does that mean? I don't know what it means. It means whatever you want it to mean. Yeah, I never had a Furby. I'm gonna do crowd work until you get it. I never had a Furby. Like Malik said, I always thought it was kind of it was not a boy toy. So then I was like, I don't want that. I want the Ninja Turtles. And we're back.
All right. So Hobonichi is a company created by Shigesato Itoi, who gamers will know him from the Mother series, Earthbound series. And Hobonichi is kind of just a lifestyle brand. They sell a lot of different home goods and clothing on their website. And I believe it was 2001 they created this planner. And every year they've iterated on the planner. And every year in August, they do a 30-day preview leading up to the start of sales for next year's planner in September. So September 1st, the website gets overloaded with customers and it crashes. And then shipping, they usually ship out around the end of September or early October. And it looks like they've put out their sales rankings for every category. You said it was underwhelming. Why did you think it was underwhelming?
Well, 2 comments. The first 5 are just the same planner for the most part. Mm-hmm. And I didn't scroll down long enough to realize there were more categories other than the Techo. I thought it was overall.
I had a feeling.
And then my wife was like, oh, they did this and this. Or you made a comment. And then I was like, oh, there's more. So I don't know if it's underwhelming. Mm-hmm. It was a little surprising based off some of the hype on some of the products.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I retract my statement because it was user error. I was too triggered that somebody called me the wrong name earlier, and I couldn't focus the rest of the day.
So we'll go through each category quickly. There's a lot of categories here. The Techo book, the planner, the main book. So number 1 was the Japanese A6 size original planner. Basic as you can get. I believe it's number 1 every year.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. And then number 2 is the same thing, but A5.
Yeah.
Twice the size. And then you start getting into the English books. So, for the English book, the A5 is the more popular one. So, the number 1 is Japanese A6. Number 2 is Japanese A5. Number 3 is English A5.
I find that kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Is it just everything must be bigger?
Americans like bigger things?
Because, man, you showed me your A5 from a past year. That's a honkin' Techo.
It's hefty. And if it's something you want to carry with you, you may want to consider the A6. Because the A5 is going to be... With the cover, it gets really heavy. And yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just their basic books. There's not really much to say about these. There's the AVEC if you want a half-size book, half the amount of pages for half the year. And a day free if you don't want your pages marked by day.
If you don't want to be bound by the laws of time, you go day free.
Yeah. So yeah. If you think, hell, I might use 2 or 3 pages for one day, and I might use no pages for the next day. Mm-hmm. The day free is perfect for you. So then we get into the covers. So every year they release new covers to go around the book to protect the book. Obviously they're optional, but if you're going to carry the book around, you might want to have a cover to protect the. It's a paperback book, so you know it'll get beat up. Number 1 was the Yumi Kitagashi. I don't know anything about this artist outside of what I see from Hobonichi, but I know Reddit is really into these.
Really?
Yeah.
Now this is just a Japanese artist.
It's a Japanese artist. I don't know if they're a kids book author or what, but they make these really cute looking,
very cutesy.
Yeah, cutesy floral cat designs. Number 2, Moomin.
Now, what's Moomin?
I think Moomin is a Swedish thing.
Oh.
Or Dutch, maybe?
Oh, the art does look European.
So, I don't know why. I guess Moomin is very popular in Japan.
Swedish.
Oh,
Yep.
that's the first time. That was off the top of my head. So, Moomin, I see a lot of Moomin products in, like, Japanese online stores. But really, outside of the stationery community, I don't really see it referenced that much. So I was surprised that was number 2. Number 3 was the Tamagotchi cover. So this year they did a collaboration with Tamagotchi. And I almost got this cover. I'm a little glad I didn't. Not because it's bad, but it's just really busy, and I think I would have been bored of that after the year.
There's a lot to look at.
Yeah,
every day.
It's a lot to look at, exactly. And it's a little childish. I mean, not that really concerns me much, but if I take it to work or whatever,
Yeah.
But so I'm not too surprised. I'm not surprised to see that at number 3. It's a new design, new collaboration. What I was surprised was that out of all these covers, the Junji Ito didn't make it.
That was my surprise, and I thought at least the A5 would. Because in my opinion, that was the coolest one.
Yeah.
And my understanding is they sold out pretty quick. So either, I don't know if top 10 means most sold and maybe they weren't manufactured as much, or if it means sellout. I mean, I don't know. I was surprised that there was no Junji Ito.
Yeah. They must have made a very limited number of those, because this just says top 10 sold.
Yeah.
Or sales ranking. So, yeah, I don't know how that couldn't make it, and it sold out.
It looks like for the covers, the non-art ones, number 6 was the Mystic Berry of just having a plain color. I think of all the plain colors, yeah, that one was pretty cool, pretty nice.
Yeah. I like the, we'll see it later, 'cause I forgot what it's called, but I know that in A5 it sold pretty good. Okay, so A5 covers. So Moomin and Yumi Kitagashi switched. So I think Moomin may have been more popular in the United States.
Yeah.
Where the A5 sold more.
Right. That makes a lot of sense.
And then the Yumi Kitagashi, of course, still popular. And then Tamagotchi, still number 3. So very even sort of distribution.
Oh, yeah, and sorry, I'm just not connecting the dots. That was the A6. But similarly for the A5, which had the cooler Junji Ito, not in the top 10.
Yeah. Weird. So I like the honey lilac. I like that kind of yellow.
Yeah, and the lavender kind of accent.
And I wonder why Mystic Berry wasn't as popular as the big one. Could be a Western thing. Maybe that just looks better in a bigger size. And the Hone. So Hone is Japanese for book. And that one is a hardcover. You bought the Hone last year, right?
I rock the Hone for 2025.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. My motivation on getting it was that I didn't have any like cool covers that spoke to me. So I was like, well, I'll just get the hardback. And it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah. So like I would say a good comparison for the Hone would be like a Moleskine.
Yeah. That's a good.
Like in terms of feel. Very interesting book. You know, if I didn't have so many covers, I would try the Hone, but my covers. So. Yeah, not much to say about these designs.
Yeah, they're fine.
Those are the A6 Hones, the Weeks. The Weeks is the wallet size, the longer book that instead of daily pages, you have weekly pages.
And the weeks is where we will finally see a Junji Ito in the top 10.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of stock.
You know, they it was released on Amazon too, and I think immediately sold out because on the Hobonichi subreddit they were like, "It's on Amazon!"
Oh, okay.
And then I think it probably sold out
Mm-hmm.
on Amazon. So interesting.
Yeah. The weeks covers. I've never put a cover on my weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had weeks a few years, and yeah, okay.
A lot of Tragans
Oh yeah.
for the weeks.
Huh.
So that's what I just got for the A6, and user error, I couldn't fit my hone in, but it's because I didn't bend it properly, and I love it.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think our monitor froze again, but that's all right. I think we're still recording.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still recording. Okay, so the 5-year Techo.
I do like that cover.
Yeah,
It's cool.
The Hiroko Kubota art is. I looked when they announced the collaboration for this year. I went and looked at their puff piece about him and kind of some of his artwork, and very good stuff. Uses watercolors to create these natural looking scenes.
Nice.
Movement again, number 2. So if you're getting a 5-year Techo, you're committing to one book for 5 years.
Yeah.
They sell a 5-year every year, so you've got years that overlap. And they've got to know that a lot of their audience who buys the 5-year, they're not going to buy every year.
Right.
They're going to buy every 5 years.
Yeah.
So I always wonder how that kind of factors into the business side of things.
I couldn't stick to something for 5 years.
Yeah.
It'd be hard.
And I've not purchased a 5-year ever or yet. But I think every year, what would I use it for? And is that something I could work into my life somehow?
Right.
I've thought about putting it like, if I ever get like an entryway table, have it open in the entryway and make like a guest sign-in book.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
that's a good idea.
Or
Great party,
yeah.
Malik.
Or maybe like something I jot in before I leave the house, my thoughts or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you got covers for those. Leather seems to be a popular 5-year cover.
If you're gonna commit, yeah, maybe the leather makes it feel a little more
Elegant.
premium. Yeah, premium. There you go. That's what I was looking for.
Tools and toys. These are like the miscellaneous goods they sell, stationery wise.
This is what I know you like. You're a big tools and toys guy.
Oh yeah, I always dabble in the tools and toys every year. You get the clear cover, which is the plastic cover that protects your book. The index stickers. They made index stickers that in colors that match each month in the book. So I bought those because I've never used index stickers before. But this might help me organize my pages a little bit better. And the cover on cover again. Stationery stickers. Yeah, the Suki no Iro set, the matching colors, very popular this year. And I bought some of those, so I get it. Drawer pouches. Now these suckers are very useful.
You're a big drawer pouch guy.
So I've got one in almost every size except for like the really big ones. I got the small, the ane, the large, and the medium. Just they hold a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're like they collapse very thin, and when you open it though, they expand quite a bit. You can fit a lot of stuff in there. For an EDC though, they can make your EDC more chaotic and more heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need like a bag or something or a satchel to carry it all in.
Saw somebody on Reddit. They used it for their PS Vita.
Oh,
It's kind of interesting.
mm-hmm. In the promotion, on the website, they show like people putting their Switch in there with the Joy-Cons attached, and I can never hold my Switch in there. It's not protective enough for that. Some brave people. Yeah, so that's their sales ranking. Any comments on that?
You know, again, I don't know if I'm underwhelmed. I'm a little surprised about the Junji Ito representation, but hey, all in all, you know, people like what they like.
Mm-hmm.
seems very fitting for Hobonichi.
Mm-hmm. So Clint, I know you've got a hard out, so I think that is about our time for today. You have anything you want to say before we head out? You got any plugs?
Do you like 30-second vinyl reviews? If you do, follow me on YouTube at Go Clash Collectibles.
And me, you can follow me at Blue Sky Goose at malikbaher.com. Once again, that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Peace.